I'm replacing my manual deadbolt with an electronic deadbolt. I'm going to install the Powerbolt 2 by Kwikset. Start by organizing all the parts and instruction manuals. Then check the parts against the part list and note their names. Begin by removing the old deadbolt. Locate the screws and remove using a screwdriver. Make sure to hold the exterior lock with the other hand so it doesn't fall out. Once the screws are out, the lock can be removed by pulling each side from the door. Next, remove the old latch by unscrewing the two screws in the latch face. Once the screws are removed, you can pull the latch out in this manner. Now measure and confirm that the hole in the door is either 2 1/8 inch or 1 1/2 inch in diameter. If the hole is 1 1/2 inches in diameter, the outside assembly and mounting plate will need to be modified. These are the instructions to follow. This door has the standard 2 1/8 inch hole. Therefore, the assembly will not need to be modified. Now take the new latch and hold it in front of the door hole with the latch face against the door edge. The slot should be centered in the hole. If it's not, then adjust the length by turning the latch face 180 degrees. Once adjusted for center, install the new latch in this manner, making sure the slot is oriented at the bottom. Secure into place using 2 of the small screws, labeled K on the parts list. Next, locate the strike plate on the door frame. I'm choosing to use the existing plate. However, if you want to use the new one, here's a quick explanation on how to install it. Remove the old plate in this manner using a screwdriver. Once the screws are out, the plate can be removed. Match the new plate to the latch hole. The plate will need to be countersunk by marking the perimeter with a pencil and then chiseling out for a perfect fit. This will be secured using 2 small screws and 2 long screws, which are labeled K and P in the parts list. But since I'm going to be using the original strike plate, I'll secure it using the 2 long screws. Before installing the strike plate, make sure the latch hole is at least 1 inch in depth and is clear of any debris. Once again, use the 2 long screws labeled P in the parts list. Next, install the outside assembly. When installing, make sure the latch is in unlocked position. Then, route the cable through the hole below the latch. Make sure the torque blade is in a horizontal position as it is inserted through the horizontal slot in the latch. Firmly hold the outside assembly during the next few steps. Take the mounting plate and send the cable through the bottom hole and the torque blade through the center hole in this manner. Take the mounting plate screws, which are labeled M in the parts list, and secure them in this manner. These will be sent through the mounting plate, then through the corresponding holes in the latch, and then threaded into the back of the outside assembly. Once the screws are snug, test the lock with the keys. The bolt should extend and retract with no hindrance. Once satisfied, straighten the assembly and finish tightening the screws. And now the inside assembly can be installed. Remove the battery cover by sliding it straight up. Load 4 AA batteries into their proper position. These batteries were not included in the box. Now locate the reset button labeled R. Press and hold for 5 seconds until you hear 3 long beeps. Next, take the assembly to the mounting plate. Connect the cables by lining up the colors and plugging into each other in this manner. Then rotate the turnpiece away from the door edge at a 45-degree angle. Make sure the cable is not compromised and the torque blade is still in the horizontal position. Install with the turnpiece slot sliding over the torque blade. Secure into place using 3 supplied screws, labeled L in the parts list. Test the lock and reinstall the battery cover. Note that each button on the keypad represents 2 numbers. You only need to push the buttons once to get either number. Finally, set the locking and unlocking direction by following these instructions. While the door is open and unlocked, press the factory default master code, which is 0000. Then, the lock button. Then push 0 once again. Then the lock button. If successful, the latch bolt should extend and retract and should sound off with 2 beeps. Next, press the lock button. This is how you lock the door from the outside. To unlock, enter the default user code 1234, then press the lock button. The door will unlock. Make sure to change the master code and the passcode from the factory default settings. Pause on the following instructions for code changes and programming features. Once again, change your codes as I did.